You're here because you're interested in this Chinese dirt bike that I just bought for my daughter. And because she saved up her money, I told her if she wanted to get it, she could. And I'd go through the process of putting it together for you guys and explaining whether or not it was a waste of her money. So let's get started with the unboxing. That was easy. Looks like the majority of this thing is kind of in one piece. So we have, looks to be a wheel here with a disc attached, the wheel bearing, fenders here, but overall, here's this thing is in good shape. So right off the bat, it's like there's some damage on this fork, which isn't really the end of the world, but it's just something to take note of. This isn't good. Looks like we got some parts just sitting in the bottom of this box here. Hope I don't need that. Down here, the handlebars look like they're zip tied to the front of the forks. Go ahead and cut that. Nice. Consumer emissions tag. I mean, I guess looking at it, I just already tell kind of how this thing's gonna go together, but there is an instruction manual in here, and for the sake of this process, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it and just walk it through it and see how clear the instructions are. All right, so it looks like in this bag here, gives us a bottle of motor oil, looks like, and the tools for the job, which honestly, it's crazy how all of these different products just seem to be able to give us a bag of every assortment of Allen key and size of wrench we could possibly need. A couple zip ties. Let's go ahead and start. Mini Gas Road Motorcycle Owner's Manual. Please read this before starting. All right, package contents, motorcycle, check. Toolkit, check. Front fender and front tire front plate. Here's the front fender, there's the front tire, and this is the front plate. I'm not exactly sure what the front plate is. So assembling, open the carton, take out the motorcycle. Good enough. Install the front tire, install the front fender and plate, and setting up handlebar. So yeah, that's about it. That's really all it says. Which, I mean, honestly, how thorough does this really need to be? I mean, look at it. This thing is pretty much fully assembled, and honestly, I'm quite surprised how complete it really is already. So let's just go ahead and get this front wheel on, cut this zip tie here, and we'll go ahead and get this thing put together. There is the fender, and here is, I'm assuming, the front plate. Probably goes something like that. And this is the fork here. This thing's got a little weight to it. I'm actually surprised. It's gonna sound kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't feel like super cheap. I think in total after tax it was like $400. This is $400. If she gets a couple years out of this, that's money well spent in my opinion. If this thing crashes out on the second time she does it and she breaks her arm, all right, maybe not money well spent, but overall I think getting her out of the house and off the tablet or the Xbox, I think we're winning there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this out here. This looks like we got a couple bushings, a lock washer, and a nut. Seems like the suspension is compressed. Well, that's that way. Let's just go ahead and cut all these zip ties. This fella. Go ahead and be the first one to sit on this thing. Feel the power. Got one bolt in, got the other bolt in. Let's use our handy dandy toolkit, which I'll tell you right now, like using an Allen key in a spot like this is just annoying. This one's going in pretty easy. So I'm gonna probably back the other one out and just make sure I'm not cross-threading that. Okay, that's nice and tight. Haha, that makes a lot more sense. Now I understand why this thing's so short. Yeah, it's because this suspension here didn't have the bolt in it. And it looks like I figured out where that broken bushing came from. Looks like it busted off of this nut here. So these things come in with this actuator, or the suspension, decompressed kind of towards the rear of the wheel here. And you gotta lift it up in order to get it aligned. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this through on the opposite side once I get it to the correct height. So that is that. That's what's really cool about this. Like everything just works as soon as you install it. Like, all right, so this is front brake. that's working. Rear brake, not working. That's funny. I literally just gave you shout out brakes. That's our front brake. So the rear brake is working correctly. It's the front brake that's not working correctly. So let's turn it back around. So it looks like this needs to be loosened and rotated down like that. So they put that up in order for you to obviously throw the wheel and stuff on, but your kid would have been rolling down the hill straight towards that pond right there, like mine would be in about 15 minutes. All right, so that's off. Now we're just going to carefully feed this into the caliper. So that brake is just gonna go right in between those two lines there. The disc is gonna fit in between the two pistons there on the brake pad. The only thing I don't like, throttle is just a little loose. I wish it was a little tighter. Just too much play for me. Not sure how we go about fixing that. Well, I guess that's it. I will say that at the end of putting that entire thing together, I did find a sticker on the back that has a QR code and a video tutorial for how to assemble this thing. So probably watch that instead of me. However, maybe you'll gain a little bit more insight on watching both. So it looks like the next step is to put some gas in this thing. So we start it up. Looks like there is a choke here. Here's a bubble. All right, here we go.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
What'd you think? Good? Yeah. Is it still scary? Yeah. A little bit, but you're gonna get used to it? Yeah. Okay.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell,